Welcome to Red Zone DFS, guys. We got some new people on the show today. We got Nick / Big Divot Energy. We got the Yaka, Brendan. Don't ask how he got that name. We all went to high school together, and yeah, Brendan just can't hold his liquor. I just told you guys.
This is true.
Welcome to the podcasting game, boys. I mean, we talk about NFL spreads. We're hot this season. It's week 7. And the reality is we just want to make this public that we're winning money, and we want people to know our plays and what we can argue with each other a little bit on plays this week. It's going to definitely interesting with the public consensus, which I definitely rely on heavily. Where the money is going, I like to bet with Vegas. I mean, Vegas is definitely losing this year. They're not going to lose for long. So we just got to pick our spots this week, boys. And if we don't like a game, just flat out say it. Like, I am staying away from this game for this reason. So, guys, let's start at the top. Early morning game. We got the Raiders at the Bears. The spread is +2.5 Bears at home. We got 2 backup quarterbacks going here, and Brian Hoyer and what's his name? Badish?
D2. That's what his
this
name
guy
is.
No, it's Baggett. Baggett, I think, right?
Baggett? Okay.
Baggett? Yeah.
So, Baggett.
Be careful with that one.
Bagoat. Yeah, be careful. We're live. Be careful. So, I mean, that guy's story is pretty incredible. Did you know his dad is a professional arm wrestler and his grandpa is a professional arm wrestling, and they're also champions, and they own a bar up in the northern, coast of the country. Yes, I said northern coast. But like, this guy is just incredible. Like, he might be the best story in NFL history if he comes out and wins this game. So, Nick, I'm gonna lead off with you. Like, where are you leaning on this game? I mean, it's a weird one with 2 backup quarterbacks going here.
2 backup QBs. Not a fan of Hoyer. I think the Bears are in a good spot here at home. I like the 2.5. I already bet this game. I did take money line. This is like 1 of 2 bets I've already placed. So yeah, I like the Bears at home. I think they're in a good spot. Raiders backup QB. I mean, if Jimmy was playing, I'd probably lean more towards Raiders. But yeah, no, I like the Bears. I think I would assume public's probably going to be on the Raiders. I could be wrong, Joey, but
public is heavy on the Raiders. 70% of the handle is on the Raiders on the road, which is usually not a good sign. As a Raider fan, me and the Yaka over here, I mean, I'm not feeling good after seeing the public consensus. So, Brendan, how are you feeling this game? Try to put your emotions aside. We know you're a big Raiders fan, so just try to be a real human being here for a second.
It's easy to be a real human being when you're a Raiders fan because you go into every week thinking they're going to lose. So that makes it a lot easier.
I don't know. I get my hopes up every week for the last 22 years, and it's just, I don't know. It's aged me.
Yeah. I kind of like the Raiders at the moment, just with Josh Jacobs. And then I feel like he needs a bounce back game this year. He hasn't really gone off yet. Had a big game. I also think if they could really start using Devontae Adams, which they haven't done at all in the last couple of weeks, it's I think he's gotten only 10 or 12 targets. I don't remember the exact stat, but they can get him going against that secondary of the Bears. I think it'll be all right. Yeah.
I mean, both these offenses are absolutely horrendous, but
dog shit.
The Bears defense is really bad. I can see Brian Hoyer just peppering Devontae throughout the game, and the Raiders offensive line, which is one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, actually having a decent game. This is one of those games. I just don't think that many people are actually betting this game. So the 75% handle on the Raiders is not scaring me. I just don't think people are heavily betting this football game. Not many people are going to be watching this football game. So I actually do like the Raiders. Their defense has been playing really well. I like betting on teams that have good defenses. They keep people in the game. Now, Brian Hoyer, his job is not to turn the ball over. Don't fuck it up. Let this defense win the game, which as a Raider fan, I've never actually seen that before, to rely on our defense to win ball games. But that's the position we're in. It's why they're not playing Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell, right? He's going to take his shots. And that's not what they're looking for. They're looking to win this game 17-13. And that's just the way it is. So I actually like the Raiders in this game, but to be honest, because I am a Raiders fan and I'm a little too emotional on it, I'm staying away from it. But the Bears are really bad. And we have no idea what we're getting out of this quarterback. So Yeah. Any extra thoughts on this game before we move on? This dumpster fire of a game.
I mean, this is one of those, if you do consider public consensus and you like to read lines, this is a reverse line movement. If you notice, it came out at minus. Yeah, it came out at, I think,
reverse line movements.
Yeah, so money obviously is all on the Raiders. Vegas had it at -3 Bears, and then it went to -2.5. So, I mean, if you consider that, some bettors don't. Some people think it's irrelevant, but if that's something you do kind of as an indicator to dictate your bets, there is reverse line movement. So,
yeah, the reverse line movement, that's always a key indicator for me. Vegas knows in the end. They always win. There's a reason Vegas is as big as Vegas is.
Right.
So let's get out of this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's get out of this dumpster fire game. Let's move on. We got the Browns at the Colts. This is an interesting line, right? The Browns just beat the Niners, arguably the best team in the NFL. Browns on the road are actually -3, and the public is heavy on the Browns. 86% is on the Browns on the road, which personally for me, every time the public is heavy on the road team, I typically just lean toward, the road team, I lean towards the home team. And traditionally, this Niners defense is so nasty that, and the reason I bring up the Niners is the teams that play the Niners the following week traditionally lose because they're beat up. They're not ready for that next week yet. I think the Colts pull this one off. I actually want to bet moneyline Colts in this game. Brendan, where are you at?
Go ahead, Brendan.
Two backup quarterbacks, just like the Bears versus the Raiders. Hunter Minshew is going to have his work cut out for him. Hunter, what's his name? Gardner? Same shit. He's going to have a lot of work cut out for him just dealing with, Denzel Ward on the corners for the Browns. And then, Jonathan Taylor, seeing, after last week was his first week back, he might do something, but I don't know. That's a tough one. I would personally stay away from this game just because it seems like it can go either way with two backups in. I don't know. I personally don't like it.
I would personally, if you're listening, just stay away from Brendan's bets. Nick, what do you think about this game?
I don't like it. I'm just saying. Facts.
It's funny. I actually agree with Brendan. This is a game I would not bet.
See?
I would not bet this game unless the line moves to 4. I would take Colts +4, but I don't like it at 3 at all. Also, I don't think we know for the Browns who's playing quarterback. Deshaun Watson might play this week.
No, it's PJ Walker.
It's PJ? You sure?
Yeah. Did you know PJ Walker? An interesting stat about PJ Walker: through his XFL career and his NFL career as a starter, he's never lost a road game. He is now 6-0 on the road in his career.
He didn't
All
look
good
very
streaks
good
come to an end,
It's true.
He didn't look very good last week, though. He threw some picks, turned the ball over. Yeah. Honestly, is Deshaun Watson better right now? I don't think so. I think Deshaun Watson's been terrible lately. So that's a whole different subject, Deshaun Watson. But
let's go, dude. Let's fucking get on it. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think this is a guy he made $100 million with, and he's just kind of just collecting his money and going through the motions now. That's
just whipping it out everywhere. I think it's Colts home. I like the home team.
Colts?
The Colts are actually also wearing their all black, their black helmets, their midnight uniforms. When Jim Irsay was high on acid at some point and came up with these midnight uniforms, that's just gold.
Mm-hmm.
Just gold. So I like the Colts. So consensus, you guys are on Browns. I'm on Colts.
No. Right. Is there just like a no side, or you got to pick a side?
No, there's no side. If you want to
this is a game I would say if it got to 4, I would hop on Colts for sure, but I don't like it at 3. No.
All right. Fair. So. I like Colts money line. Full send it.
I like it. Those are good odds, I bet. Yeah.
All right, guys. We got Bills at Patriots. It's an interesting line here. We got Patriots at home. It is +8.5 Patriots. In division game. The Patriots are legitimately the worst team in the NFL. I 100% believe they're tanking for Caleb, and they're not even trying to win. There's the only reason Mac Jones is even still on the field. Belichick knows he's is only as good as his quarterback. So I think he's just tanking for the first pick, and then he's going to have Caleb Williams. So the public is all over the Bills at 86%. Where are you guys leaning on this game? Are you staying away from this game? Does it interest you? Where are you at, Nick?
I think favorites this year, if you're the public on favorites have actually been beating Vegas a lot this year. So I think that's going to continue with this game. I see Bills winning by like 14 for sure. Patriots are terrible. Mac Jones just obviously isn't the guy. And I like Bills by like 10 or 14 in this game. I think they'll cover for sure.
Yeah, the only thing is like the Bills just tend to play to whatever their opponent's level is, right? If they're playing the Chiefs, they're gonna, possibly win by 3, lose by 3. They play the Patriots, they make the game way closer than it needs to be.
How much did they beat the Dolphins by? It was like 20 something, right?
Oh, they took off. Like I said, I think they play up and down to their competition, and I just think the Bills are a weird team to bet. Brendan, is there any interest here in this game? The blue and the reds?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to the Bills, so I'm going to go with the Patriots just because it's one of those things where if everyone's pointing one way, you like see that on the game day. Everyone's like, Bills, Bills, Bills. And it's like, Patriots got a shot just because the football gods like to piss a lot of people off. So,
It's still the NFL, right? The best team, the worst team. You never know. I mean, we saw it last week with the Jets beating the Eagles. That's proof in the pudding right there. So you really never know. These teams are a lot closer than people think.
8.5 is a lot too. I mean, to cover in any NFL game, that's a lot of points. So I would kind of be cool with taking the 8.5 with the Patriots, especially at home. I
agree. I think it's the right pick. I think, again, Josh Allen, he does turn the ball over a lot. They're a better team, but he makes games closer than they should be because of his mistakes sometimes. He's also can be an absolute baller and throw 5 touchdowns. But the whole fact that I feel like the Bills always play their competition just makes me think that the Patriots cover this game at home.
Yeah.
And I'm betting it. I'm fucking sending it.
So are you? You're betting this one?
Yeah.
With the parlay bet?
And I really hope the Patriots wear red. So to all of our listeners,
if they wear red, they'll lose.
Hey, if they wear red, hammer the Buffalo Bills. Okay,
whatever home team is wearing red, just fucking put the mortgage on it. Like if they're wearing red unis at home.
If you like losing money, listen to Joey on that. Right?
Red jerseys.
The first game of the season, I literally told these guys, I go, guys, Pats are opening up on Monday Night Football in their reds. Send it. And they got fucking destroyed.
Automatic lock, doing red unis, and they got destroyed.
It was like the most embarrassing game in New England history. Like since Paul Revere fucking went on his ride, dude.
We're never gonna let that one go. Red jerseys, man. Yeah. Who's wearing red jerseys? Hammer.
I'm keeping count, dude. I'm keeping tabs on the red jerseys this season, and by the end of it, I'm telling you right now, it's going to end up in the positive. Red jerseys. But I have no idea what the Patriots are wearing this week. If someone can look that up, Brendan, IT man. But we'll move on as Brendan's looking that information up because it's going to be vital for the rest of the podcast. He's support desk. All right, guys, moving on to the Redskins at the Giants. This one's pretty even on the consensus. And we got the Giants that are +3 at home. The Redskins are on the road up in New York. The Giants are another one of those teams that I just don't see them getting their shit together anytime soon. But Saquon's back, right? They're a much better offense with Saquon. We don't know if Danny Dimes is playing or Danny Quarters, Danny Nichols. He's got a fucked up neck. He has not been cleared for contact yet. I don't know if he's playing on Sunday. So what do you guys think of this game? The spread's really close.
Brandon, go ahead.
I feel like the Redskins, their defense, you got Chase Young coming after a quarterback. Anytime he gets going, that's kind of hard to run on, even if you have Saquon Barkley. -3 though.
Did you just call him Shaquan?
Shaquan? Yeah, what's his name?
Saquon.
Shaquan.
There's no H. It's not
Brennan. Brennan, you got to stop with the first names. You keep saying the wrong first names, man. Just go Mr. Barkley.
Mr. Barkley. Mr. Barkley. Mr. Barkley.
I'm just saying you're throwing out random first names, man. We gotta.
Yeah, I don't know where these names are coming from, dude.
Until they prove themselves, they don't get a real first name.
Just glad Jimmy G's not playing this week. You just said like Michelangelo Garoppolo or some shit. Idiot.
Giovanni.
Idiot. Okay, just keep going.
I would probably take the Commanders -3.
Who?
Ron Rivera, the Commanders, Redskins, whatever the fuck their name is nowadays. Isn't there a petition to get it changed back anyways? So
Sure. Yeah, you signed it, dude. You sent it around. You were on the street corners trying to get that name changed.
Hey, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I think they'll cover the 3. I don't see the Giants really trying to move the ball that well.
Oh, they'll be trying.
We'll see.
I don't know. The Redskins defense has been pretty awful this year. And this is a game Vegas knows something. This game should not be -3, right? Like Vegas knows something. And I don't know what the hell it is. Danny Dimes is like scheduling not to play. And the Redskins are only -3.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, this
Sam
is
Howell's not doing bad either.
No, he's playing fine.
No,
right?
Yeah, he is.
That offense looks good. They score touchdowns. I mean, the defense is actually getting torched a little bit, but we know there's a lot of talent there. But the Giants are just bad. They're a really fucking bad team. Biggest drop off from one season to the next. And again, Vegas knows something here. So I'm going Redskins. They're definitely going to be on my parlays this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is another game I would not bet. That's for sure.
I don't think Nick is actually betting this week.
I've already told you some of my bets. I'm on Bears money line at home.
Oh,
That's my
true.
first bet. Yeah, I have 3 bets already laid down. When we get to that game, I will tell you what it is.
All right.
But this is a game I definitely stay away from. If I were to bet it, I don't know. What have the Commanders done this year?
Enough.
They're into overtime with Philly. They beat the Falcons in Atlanta. I don't know what to take of this. The Redskins, man.
I don't think they know who they are. They can't decide what name they want. They beat good teams. They lose the bad ones.
So shouldn't the spread be like 5 is what you were saying, Joey? Like that would make more sense.
It's too close. It's too close. And it's like Vegas knows something. It's not so much that the Redskins are this like great team. It's like they're an above average team, but the Giants are just a bad team.
They're bad. But you know what? Yeah, I would take Giants +3 at home. Just give me the points at home. Yeah.
Damn. Tyrod Taylor. Okay.
Yeah, no, give me Giants at home +3. If I were to bet this game.
In the Meadowlands. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Not a game I'm betting. That's for sure.
Yep. Stand away from it. Okay. Yep. We got to love the in-division games this week. In-division games are always fun. We just went through Bills Pats. We just went through Redskins Giants. And now we got Falcons at Bucks. Bucks are -2.5 at home. 90% of the money is on the Bucks at home against the Falcons. It just seems like, I don't know. Baker's been playing well this year and everything, but the way the Buccaneers run game has been this season, and they have to keep relying on Baker, like throwing the ball like that. That's not a sustainable way to win ball games. And like Baker's not, a bad quarterback, but he needs a run game. He needs play action to be successful, and they can't move the ball on the ground. And the Falcons defense is a little frisky. And Desmond Ridder, I mean, he's not great, but that offense, the way they run the ball, I'm a Falcons believer. Where are you guys leaning on this game?
Yeah, I'll start. I don't think the Bucs are very good, to tell you the truth. They so they kind of got their ass beat by Detroit. They beat a Saints team, who I hate the Saints. Lost to Philly, and they beat the Bears by 10, and they beat the Vikings by 3. So I don't know. The Falcons have been really disappointing for me this year so far as covering the spread. I was going into this season planning on betting them with points, like every game. I thought they were kind of under the radar, would have a really good run game, decent defense, but I just don't like the Buccaneers. So give me the points, Falcons. This could even be a money line bet, baby. Falcons, honestly.
Nice.
So give me Falcons +2.5 for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, same. I like the Falcons in this one. They do have a better offense than the Bucs at the moment. If Drake London puts up some yards, and then you got Robinson coming in and just finishing off those runs like the way he has. Yeah, the Sky Cam's fucking dope. So like they just need to keep putting those highlight reels together. I see.
They just need to stop giving Tyler Algiers the ball so much.
Yeah,
they're splitting carries right now, and I'm like, guys.
No. I think they'll win the game. Yeah, the Falcons will win, and then they'll take that first place in the NFC South.
Yeah, I think Young Wei Koo gets a game-winning field goal at the end of the game here, and Falcons take it. So this is the first game that we all agree Falcons win.
I'm a believer in the Falcons. I mean, if you've been betting them like me this year, like you're definitely negative because I think at the spread they're like 1-4. But I don't know. I think they can still win the division too. I'm a believer.
Agreed.
But they got to play better. I mean, Ritter's garbage, dude. Ritter's not going to be a guy, but I think with the right system, run game, good defense, I think the Falcons can still be sleepy good for sure, or sneaky good. Yeah,
no doubt. And the Bucs are just, I think they're playing above who they really are.
Agreed. Yep.
All right, the game I'm most excited to watch this week is Lions at Ravens.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, the public's all over the Lions. The most money is on the Lions. This is the most bet game on the slate.
Wow.
Ravens are at home. This game scares me because the Ravens are coming back from London, and teams traditionally do not play well coming home from London. And the Lions, feisty, man. They're a good team. They play good defense. Their offense is strong. I believe in Jared Goff. You know what I want to do in this game? I just want to bet the over, just because I want to have fun watching this game. You know what I mean? Because I want to stay. I want to stay away from the game. You know, I don't know which way it's going to go, but I do think it's going to be a very competitive game, and that always leads me to want an over bet. So, but where are you guys at on this game? In Baltimore.
Okay, so this is probably my second favorite game on the slate to bet this week.
Yes.
I love Baltimore at home, money line and -3. I don't know. Take this as you will or whatever. It's going to be windy. I just don't see Detroit's offense playing that well against Baltimore's defense. I think Detroit's defense could actually get exposed this week as well. I think Baltimore's kind of under the radar, really good, solid team. Not the biggest Lamar fan, but he's actually playing okay. I think Baltimore's in a really good spot. I think there's a lot of hype behind Detroit right now. And I just don't think they're in a good spot here in Baltimore. Give me Baltimore -3 for sure.
You sick fuck. Brendan, what do you think?
I agree with Nick. I do like Baltimore at home. It's a hard place to play, especially for a road team going in there. Tucker, you know, all you got to do is get to your own 49 and he'll fucking hit in a fucking field goal. Be real, he's got a fucking a cannon for a leg. So yeah, I do like it. I do think they are a sleeper team. Their secondary is definitely going to have their workout cut out for them. They haven't ranked that well this year in pass defense, so it'll be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely Baltimore at home. Especially, I don't know. I think Detroit's defense definitely could get exposed this week. I think it's going to be windy too, so I don't know. I don't think
that windy take is going to be stuck in my head the entire time. Like I'm just going to keep thinking about that. I'm just going to keep thinking about wind. Like
I hope it's like 2-mile-per-hour winds.
But I do see like in a windy game and just Lamar throwing balls just like into the dirt, or like the ball just floats away into the sky and never comes back.
No, I think Lamar's going to rush. I think he's going to run for a touchdown, and I think the run game for Baltimore is going to get going. I mean, their receivers can't catch the ball, but I'm not sold on Detroit's defense yet. I'm not.
I'm just imagining a wet Dan Campbell. Like
I don't think it's supposed to rain. I think it's just supposed to be windy.
I was like Dan Campbell, like in a poncho, just getting rained on and being pissed off the whole time and all red. Oh,
just a big ass chew in his mouth.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that's what I want to see.
And Detroit's good. They're going to win their division for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're a good team in the NFC. I just don't see them beating Baltimore at home. No way.
Okay.
Or in Baltimore.
I want the over. Maybe Lamar can actually score some touchdowns this week instead of relying on Justin Tucker to win in ball games. All right, moving on. I'm really interested in this game. Steelers at Rams. We got Rams -3 at home. The public is on the Rams at home. Where are you guys at? Because I love betting on defense, and the Rams is their offense has like been all sexy with Kupp and Nakua and Williams and all this stuff, but like they're not scoring touchdowns. right? They're not very good in the red zone. And the Steelers defense is nasty.
Mhm.
So I like the Steelers this week. Money line on the road. Sign me up. Steelers all the way, and I'll bet on defense all day.
Yeah, I don't like this matchup for the Rams. I think the Rams are obviously pass heavy, and I think Pittsburgh's defense is definitely going to stop the pass. I think Cooper Kupp will probably still have a good game, but I like the Steelers here for sure away on the road.
It just seems right. I just see the Steelers and their white uniforms in LA like they don't belong there at all, and they just come in there and mash.
The Steelers fucking travel well. Like there's Steeler fans.
Oh yeah,
everywhere. So
well, I mean that's
and
every
LA
game.
is, but like this, like the Steelers being in LA, there's gonna be a lot.
Steelers coming off a bye,
yellow in there, and they're coming off a bye.
Well,
Send it. Money line Steelers on the road.
Beat Baltimore the week before as well. So I think Steelers can still be. It's all on Pickett, man. If Pickett plays well, like they're still gonna be a force.
Yeah. I mean, if he just learns, just throw it to Pickens. Just let Pickens ball. And the offense will be better. That's it. It's not that hard.
Fire Matt Canada after the game. That's all I got to say.
Dude, that fucking guy.
I hope those chants start again. That's the biggest.
Dude, Matt Canada's got to have something on Mike Tomlin, dude. He's got something. No,
Tomlin doesn't switch up coaches midseason, but
no, it's been 3 years of shit. Anyways. You can go back to Canada. All right, guys. Cardinals at Seahawks. This is probably the game that I'm most least interested in watching. I just have no interest in these teams. I don't want to watch these quarterbacks. I don't want to watch this game. It's probably going to be super high scoring just because of poor play on both sides of the ball. Defensive touchdowns. It's going to be I think it's just going to be one of those weird games. And I think it's supposed to rain up in Seattle. Again, another game. Give me the over just because it's weird. It's going to be a weird game with bad players everywhere. Where are you guys leaning on this game? It is -7.5 Seahawks at home.
I mean, Arizona's defense has not been the greatest, especially on the run game. And you got Walker coming in with the Seahawks that just putting up numbers. I do see them scoring 7.5. That's a lot. I do see probably Cardinals covering that, even though it is a divisional matchup. But I don't know. The Cardinals are weird this year. It's like they'll come out hot versus like the Cowboys.
Dude, Josh Dobbs has been playing well.
Yeah, it's because he's silky smooth.
He hasn't had hair since the second grade. I mean 7.5 points.
That's a lot
for a division game. Is a shit ton of points.
Yeah, I see them covering, losing the game.
Nick, you're the Niner fan here.
Except they lost by 17 in LA against the Rams last week. They did not cover that game.
They did not play well.
So Cardinals, they kind of came out. They were competitive, but recently they've been pretty bad. They fell off the last couple weeks. Lost to the Bengals by 14 at home. Got beat up by the Niners.
I mean,
they beat Dallas. That was like week 2 or week 3. That was kind of a random.
I mean, they've had a really hard schedule.
They have.
And Geno Smith has not been playing well.
Yeah.
No, but Seattle's been solid though. They have a really good run game going right now.
I mean, they lost last week literally because Geno Smith on more than one occasion could not get it done.
Mm-hmm. I would think public's going to be heavy on Seattle at home, -7.5.
They are.
If I were to bet this, if I were to bet this, I would take probably the Cardinals. But again, another game I would bet.
Sorry. And we also have reverse line movement.
Yeah, it's a reverse line movement.
So it was -8 Seahawks. Now it's -7.5 and the public's all over them. Vegas wants more people to bet on the Hawks. I like the Cardinals on the road. This is too many points for a division game.
It's a lot of. I agree. Yeah, give me the 7.5 Cardinals for sure.
All right. Well, we got 3 games left. This is another game I have zero interest in watching. I believe one of these teams is also tanking for Caleb Williams. We got the Packers at the Broncos. Broncos are +1 at home. The public is all over the Packers. I do not want to watch this game. I don't want to bet on this game. I think the bet is just to bet the under on this game. because it's going to be so bad, so boring.
Mhm.
What do you guys think here? It's a Super Bowl rematch from the 90s, back when we were kids.
Oh, that changes everything.
It does. It's a big, really brings me back.
I hate Denver. Everything about that organization, like, I wish we had like a Premier League.
I want everyone to know that Nick has a Denver hat. Just so you know.
just to piss Joey off because he's a Raider fan. Yeah,
dude, he fucking wears it all the time. It makes no sense to me at all.
I hate Denver. I hate them.
So
I was saying, I wish the NFL had like a Premier Soccer League type of league structure, so they would get demoted and we'd never have to see Denver ever again. It's just a terrible organization. They always have like a decent defense and they win like 3 or 4 games a year, and they just always suck. And I hate Russell Wilson. So
ever since they got rid of Jake Plummer, I can't.
Yeah.
Or Jake Plummer got rid of them.
They just can't get a quarterback there.
They should have kept with Tebow.
Oh Jesus!
He did win a playoff game.
Won a playoff game, man.
It's true. Beat Pittsburgh.
But this game, I mean, again, this is just I don't know. I would probably lean Packers just because I think they might be the better team. I don't know. Can Love rebound from last week? I don't know. Is Aaron Jones playing?
Questionable.
No, he's questionable.
Hammies. You know hammies. Can't trust a hammy.
Yeah.
And then Dylan sucks. I really do not like watching him play football either. But no, I'm staying away from this game. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to bet on it. Just leave me alone. I hope it's not on CBS or something as one of the main games on Sunday.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know why. I feel like Denver, they get a lot of bets, like their handle for some reason. Like, I don't know why public still likes to bet, or people love Sean Payton, reason.
Even though Drew Brees won him that Super Bowl and Hurricane Katrina, and it had nothing to do with him.
He's Kevin James until the season turns around. That's what his name is from now on.
Yeah, it's true.
I think, honestly, with the Broncos, it's like a catch game. So I do see the Broncos covering. I could see them pulling out a win at home against the Packers, surprisingly. But I wouldn't bet on it. But I could see that happening.
Yeah, I don't hate that either, for sure. Mm-hmm.
1 point, like, it seems like Vegas is trying to trap people in, trap game. Get you to bet on it.
I feel like this is a game I'm going to come back on like Wednesday next week and be like, what was that score? Who won that game? Because literally, we're just going to completely forget about how fucking bad it was. All right. A game that should be really exciting. Another divisional game. We got the Chargers at the Chiefs. We got Chiefs -5.5. Public is right about even on this one. And you know this is a heavily bet game. These teams play each other well, right? The Chargers and the Chiefs, I feel like they're always close games. They don't blow them out. The Chiefs' offense is just weird to me this year. The defense has been playing really well. I think the Chargers cover this. I think a lot of people are going to be, after watching that Dallas game on primetime last week, are going to be a little soft on the Chargers and not want to bet them. And I think the Chargers come out on the road here and give the Chiefs a run for their money. 5.5 points is way too many points. Both these teams are good, and it's a division game. Again, 5.5 points is too much. So give me the points. I'm betting Chargers. Because they out of any team in the league, them and the Vikings probably lose by 3 points more than any other team in NFL history. So anytime it's more than 3 points, give me the Chargers.
I find it going to be the Chiefs are going to definitely cover this. Chargers historically going into Arrowhead do not do good.
Wait, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I hear him.
Hello?
Thumbs up if you can hear Brendan. Oh, okay.
All right.
It's just me.
So, yeah, historically, the Chargers going into Arrowhead is not a good look for them. The last time they won was 2018, so I don't think that they're going to be able to do much there. It's a very loud environment. I think it will affect Herbert and his calls. I don't think Herbert is going to be able to get that done, so I do think he's going to end up losing that game, and the Chiefs will probably win by a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I like the Chiefs here by like 10. I think Chiefs are just a much better team. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they start a little slow this year, but I think Kelsey, Mahomes put up big numbers this week. I just don't see, after watching the Chargers last week, I just don't see them competing at all with the Chiefs.
Actually, I lied. They won in 2021. And Arrowhead. That's fine.
But yeah, give me Chiefs. I could see them winning by like 10 at home against the Chargers. I don't know. I think the Chargers have always just been the same. They're kind of talented, but they just never.
They can't finish.
They never meet their like expectations as far as how good they should be. I just don't see them even competing in Kansas City. Now, if this game was in LA, then maybe it'd be a different story. But no, I see KC winning by like 10.
There's an interesting stat with Justin Herbert. He really does not play that well at home. When he's on the road, he actually has his best games. He goes off on the road. At home, it's not really a home game for them anyways. But he plays better on the road. So, okay. I like it. We got 2 more games left. We got our primetime game. Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. This game, I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about this game because, I don't know, me and my brother are disagreeing pretty heavy on this game. So we got the Dolphins at the Eagles, -2.5 Eagles at home. Public is all over the Eagles at home. How do you feel?
I actually like the Dolphins.
My man.
I'm a big fan of Tua right now. He's getting the ball out quick.
Dude, Tua is 100% getting hurt in the first quarter this week.
There is a chance. He's going against basically the Georgia defense. But the Eagles secondary has been getting worked. And with Hill and you got Waddle, that's going to be tough to cover both of them. And then you have Mozart coming out of the backfield. I see the Dolphins handling the Eagles another L. So,
all right, Nick, where do you stand on this?
One of my favorite bets this week. I love the Eagles at home.
Ooh,
I love the Eagles at home. Prime time in Philly. I just don't know about the Dolphins yet. Like, I know you probably think I'm crazy for saying that. I don't know. Have they played? Have they played any good defenses besides the Bills this year?
No.
Like maybe the Panthers. I mean, they put up 42 on the Panthers. But I just don't think they've played a team like Philly's defense yet. And I think Philly's D-line is going to expose Tua. I'm still not sold on Tua. I think Tua right now is in a really good situation with McDaniels. I think McDaniels is obviously a really good X's and O guy. They're putting up a lot of points. I see Philly winning by like a field goal on the last drive. I think it's going to be close. I don't think Miami's going to put up a ton of points. I feel like playing in Philly is probably one of the hardest stadiums to play in too. It's going to be a good game. Should be a good game. But no, if I'm betting this game, I'm definitely taking Philly at home. What is it, -2? I'm giving up 2.5. Still, yeah, definitely Philly.
Hey, I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. I just think this is a prove it game for the Dolphins. And if they can go in there on the road in prime time and that offense shows out, they're the real deal. I have a future on Tyreek Hill winning the MVP this season. He has his eyes dead set on breaking the receiving record. He's pace.
Not winning MVP.
If he breaks the receiving record and he has the lead in touchdowns, he will win the MVP, especially if the Dolphins go far in the playoffs or they win a lot of games. So on the road, this is a prove it game for the Dolphins. I do think this is the greatest offense. It's the greatest show on turf. The amount of speed they have, McDaniels, I think, is an absolute genius. I'm with you, Nick, with Tua. Tua just has to be in a perfect situation, but he's still executing the offense. You can put a lot of quarterbacks in that position right now, and they would not be able to execute what Tua is doing. He's executing the offense. They look good. Teams are not prepared for them. I think the Dolphins' defense is still not playing up to their full capabilities. Vic Fangio is their D coordinator. I'm a big believer in Vic Fangio. Everywhere he goes, he polishes defenses and makes them better. I still don't think we've seen the best of the Dolphins yet. And I think they come out in this game and they show out. I'm all in on the Dolphins, a money line on the road in primetime. Because I'm
I like it.
Mother.
No, man, I like it for sure. I mean, look at how many points Dolphins. No, I was just saying, look how many points the Dolphins have put up this year. I mean, McDaniels is definitely insane. He's definitely changing like the whole offensive scheme. Like he's very innovative. I think I don't know, some stat like he has more motions like than any other team by far.
And more motions in every direction.
Right.
Like he just gets Tyreek Hill in a miss. He just gets Tyreek Hill in a mismatch, and then he just runs across the field, and you know which direction he's going, and he's just too fast. And then you can't double cover anyone because they're all too fast. I mean, it's just they're fun to watch.
It's crazy, man. But it's like watching a high-powered college football game. You know, it's just so many touchdowns. Tyreek Hill going deep. Mostert running for like 2 touchdowns a game. I don't know. I just still like Philly.
Hey, again, I'm not against it. This is gonna be a fun game. Maybe we have a side bet on Sunday night because that'll be fun. All right, guys. Monday Night Football. This is Nick's team. We got the 9, and actually Brendan's other team. His in-law
team. Not
team.
my other team. In-law team. Yeah, not my
It's his in-law team, which I'm pretty sure I've seen him wearing purple before. Anyways, so we got the Niners at the Vikings. Vikings are plus 6.5 at home. Public's all over the Niners on the road. Nick, I'll start with you. You know the Niners better than any of us. You watch all their games. And last week, I mean, it was a grinding game. That was a typical Ohio game. It was wet. It was cold. 2 great defenses going at it. Do the Niners bounce back this week and kick the shit out of the Vikings? Or is this actually a close game, do you think?
So the spread's 7, right? Yeah.
6.5.
6.5. Definitely would take Niners against Minnesota.
It's reverse line movement, yeah.
Yeah, there's also okay in favor of the Vikings though, because all the money's on the Niners, right?
They want more money going on the Niners.
Yeah, so Vegas likes Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, I mean besides the Cleveland game, I mean every game Niners have covered. It seems like when they played Dallas, you know, public was all over the Niners heavy, and they still beat the shit out of Dallas. I don't think I think their defense is terrible. No Jefferson. Yeah. Niners might be missing Debo. I think McCaffrey might be a little banged
Trent Williams too.
But like, do you think the Niners just go, hey, like?
No, I think they run a week. Yeah, no, I think Kyle Shanahan's run game is Minnesota's not going to stop it. I could see Mason scoring a touchdown. McCaffrey having another good game if he plays, and no Jefferson on Minnesota. I mean, I could see Niners winning by like 14. I hate saying that, but yeah, it's a lot for Minnesota for sure. Yeah. I just think this is just a mismatch for sure. Yeah,
definitely. I agree. There's just some like little weird, like little nuggets, right? Like the Niners, right? They were in Cleveland last week. They're in Minnesota. You know, traditionally 2 weeks on the road like that from California, it's not easy. Do the Niners, you know, rest their guys like McCaffrey and they say just take a week off? Debo, does this offense look that different? Like they think they can still pull off a close win without those guys? Yes, right. They're a good team. Now, do they beat the shit out of the Vikings? Right? I don't know. This does seem like with this reverse line movement, it's Vegas might know something we don't here.
Yeah, maybe. Again, though, as I said earlier, teams that are heavy favored that public are on have actually been doing really well this year. Right? So again, I think this is one of those situations where the public's all over on the heavy favorite, and the heavy favorite still wins, still covers. You know,
especially in prime time.
Yeah. I like Niners here by like 10 probably. Kyle Shanahan maybe coach of the year. They're that, you know, I could definitely see that happening this year for sure. And then Purdy, I mean, I could see Purdy lighting up Minnesota's defense for sure.
Fred Warner's finally getting the recognition he deserves. I mean, they're so good right now. It's so much money. So I'm with you, dude. Yeah. I'm just scared. It's like Vegas might know something here. Like, why is there?
That's what I was thinking this whole week. Yeah, but you know what? Going like first 3 weeks, I was thinking the same thing, and then public wins again, betting the heavy favorite. Public wins again. So I'm just tired of that trend, and I'm just going to ride it with the Niners here. You know, they're just by far the better team, and no Jefferson for Minnesota. I mean, you could see Jefferson maybe putting up some numbers, but I mean, I don't see Minnesota being able to score too much either. So,
no doubt. Brendan, in-law team.
Yeah, in-law team. My father-in-law is going to hate me, but definitely take the 49ers. I mean, their best threats for the Vikings always is Kirk Cousins because he's just putting up ridiculous numbers, even with this shit O-line that he has. That's not going to be able to stop, Bosa from just handling him. Fred Warner is just going to cover up Hawkinson the whole time. So it's not going to be pretty for the Vikings. It's just not this is just not their year. They're struggling. They're talking about trading Kurt. It's not going to work out well for them. Definitely take the Niners 6.5. I don't think it's going to be like a blowout, but I do see the Niners win by a touchdown.
Joe,
Fair.
what are your thoughts, man?
I don't have any thoughts. I don't know. You
Not
blew my
betting this
mind
game?
with the because it's like I want to take the Vikings, right? Eventually, Vegas is going to turn this around, but you just got to pick your spots, like right. I usually go against the public, and I have all season, and I've been winning. And
Have
I
you?
think the big reason though is because I've just been kind of picking my spots. I'm not just going with every public game, and this is one of them that. I don't know. I'll just stay away from. The Niners are too good. The spread's too close. I just feel like Vegas knows something, and it's just weird. It's just too weird to me. Like the Niners should be. I feel like the Niners should be favored by like 14 here with no Jefferson. I don't care if they're on the road for a second road game in a row. It's just there's something fishy. So no thanks. All right, guys. That does it. That's the slate. So let's make sure we like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends. This is a new segment of the podcast that we're going to be doing every week now. Yep, I just roped these guys into this every week, and they didn't even know that was happening. So just expect us every week with our bets. Next week, we'll also tell you how our bets did. And, we'll get to celebrate the wins, and you guys can hate on the losses. Don't be afraid to get on Twitter, talk shit at Joey Props. And
go Bucks.
You don't want to know Brendan's Twitter name. All right, guys. Go Redskins. Later.